What is going on, everybody? Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Hey, sorry guys. I was on the phone. I called my dentist for my daughter, and they called me back. I wish it was a modeling contract. That'd be awesome. So I got a phone number for the orthodontist to call for my daughter. So that's what that was. Right as, hey, what's going on, Bordy? What's good? Gordy, Inspire. Hello, guys. So yeah, that's what was going on. As soon as I hit stream, I was like, okay, great, wonderful. Like, cause I called and left a message. I'm like, that's an 818. That's a local number. I don't get a lot of local numbers calling me, so I usually ignore them. I was like, that's a local number. So, yay. What's going on, guys? Anyway, so yes, we got Stream Raiders going, and ooh, guys, I want to show you. It is official. Ready? I'm gonna back this up. Here is the sliced and diced Chun-Li versus Vega, which is massive. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pieces for a 1 foot model. And the biggest piece is this one right here. So yeah, just a couple pieces, but in order to fit and keep the size of the 1 foot model that I wanted, yeah, it had to be sliced up pretty well. So I mean, it gets a little much. And then this one in particular, I hollowed it in Zbrush. See if we can kind of take a look at that real quick. I hollowed it here so that I guarantee that this part is light enough I have a feeling that the rest of the pieces would actually be pretty light. But the heaviest part I figured would be here, and then, you know, this torso piece is pretty light. The arms are going to be light as enough. Maybe want to hollow this one, but I didn't want to pre-hollow it. Ian. Did you see what I did in artwork? I did see. I'm going to go ahead and take a look one more time. Because it was a mask, right? I saw the mask. It looked really cool. And where are we? Yes, 40. I really love all the different renders of the mask. This is really cool. I also like the eyes. They're really... But I did see it. It's awesome, dude. I love it. Are you going to try to, like, print this or something like that? Because that would be so cool. So, yeah, just a couple pieces. I saw Smokey's piece. Oh, nice. You just posted this. Nice. Yeah, I like that. That looks a lot. That looks good. I like that. Yeah. Did I show you? I did a Vegeta with his arms crossed. That looks like it'd be fun to print. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's gonna be good. So I gotta test it. But I'm super excited for this. I would say definitely need to hollow this piece. What I might do is hollow it in Prusa Slicer and then export that STL just so that it's a nice clean hollow part, and then that's the one I release when I do release it. But yeah, this one I tried to do it as seamless as possible, and yeah, it was crazy. Now if I'm gonna try to rig and animate, nice. Yeah, let me see if I can load up my Vegeta crossed arms one. It's been a little bit, so let me see. I think it's in this file. I was still tweaking it, but let's see. Post, final crossed arms. Let me see if I can load this. And this was a pain in the ass. Crossed arms suck, dude. They really do. Okay. Here's the crossed arms that I attempted. Based on the anime. You know, obviously, there's a lot going on here. But I actually cut his arms off. I ended up cutting his arms into sections, and then I ended up resculpting them and welding them back together. So the way you have them inspired is actually really good. Has a good breakdown because you could just keep positioning it until you get what you want. But the hardest part I discovered was right here. His wrist over the arm still needs to be worked. But I found that this was pretty close to liking it. I just want to tweak it a bit more. This might be the other Vegeta one that I release. This would be a lot easier to print too. But I didn't finish the base on it. But yeah, arms crossing, dude, that's really, really hard. This was where I was kind of left off at the moment. Wasn't quite sure what else to do with it. This was when I was still kind of playing with how I wanted to final pose him. And I like it, but I don't like it. It's too subtle. It's not as powerful as I wanted it to be while still being subtle. But as far as getting the arms crossed, I did like the majority of where it's at. But there's a lot of like cleanup that would definitely need to happen. But yours is coming along really good, and glad it was helpful. Yeah, he just looks a little bit more powerful. He looks like a badass. So good job, dude. It's coming along great. I can't wait to see how you finish it, because that's going to be awesome. Were you using a mannequin, by the way? Was this a mannequin pose? Morning, Nino! How's everybody else doing? You guys ready for Zbrush? Hopefully 2021.6. Maybe that'll happen today. It's possible. Supposed to. No, you're not using a mannequin? Cool. Looks good, man. Looks really good. All right. That was the average male base mesh. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like working from a base mesh. It could be fun. All right. So, expect to see Vega versus Chun-Li test really soon, but today we're working on Sub-Zero, and I think we're going to start really getting into kind of getting his cloth built a little bit better. We still need to finish his arm guards. His mask needs to be cleaned up. We're going for the classic Sub-Zero. It's one of my favorite. So, has kind of more of that ninjutsu look to him. But we're going to get the mask built, and yeah, it's going to be great. His arms need to be a bit bigger, though. Oh, on yours or on which one? Yours? We went back to the other playlist. I think I want to switch up playlists. Let me find another song playlist. Yeah, on yours? Yeah. It's just a blockout, so yeah, you're definitely going to be locking that in. Are you going for a base, or are you going for full character? Doom has really large arms, and they are metal. Yeah. Doom is a crazy character. I've been wanting to... Ever since I saw Rafael Grassetti do it, I've been wanting to do my own. But I'm also not a big fan of Doom, but I appreciate his character. So... I feel like if I were to do it, I kind of just like it needs to be on like a whim where I just jump in there and hit it like it's, you know. I really like this industrial one. Let's play this. It's definitely that vibe. Just a bust. Nice. Well, you know what I was thinking for this character? I was thinking we're going to be sculpting a skull and a spinal cord. And he's going to be posed in his... He's going to be posed in his victory pose, but with the skull and spinal cord in his hand, all bloodied up. Yeah, I think that'd be so sick. I think that's where the direction we're going to end up going. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's start just, let's get, yeah, you know what? Let's actually get, I'm all over the place today. Stretch this out. Let's put this. I'm gonna just kind of turn this around. Kind of do a little bit of an arm guard feel here. A little bit more like that. There we go. So D-Zinc, man, how you doing? How's life happening for you, brother? Okay, let's go a little thicker. Let's go 0.02 on this part, and also 0.02. Yeah. And let's kind of bring this down. We'll stretch it out a bit. Alright, no problem, dude. Appreciate it as always. Go ahead and kind of pivot this around. Kind of give this more a little bit of something like that. Kind of wrap that just a bit more. Cool. So yes, always. There we go. This way it kind of conforms to his arm a little bit. Yeah, those are just like right on the outside. If anybody's ever worn padding before, even in soccer or martial arts, these are pretty traditional. I'm going to take his arm currently. There we go. And what I'm going to do here is actually duplicate it. And let's actually come down here. Let's rename this arm guard. Can't even spell today. Arm guard bands. There we go. Put solo on for a second. Let's take our amazing slice curve. Bloop. Oh, I have subdivisions on. So we'll drop that down, delete higher. Such. There we go. Solo that out. Hit this one. And hit this one. Delete hidden. Alright, let's take our Z modeler brush and we're going to go ahead and actually do a crease, complete edge loop, crease the edges. Like such. And then we'll go ahead and Z model it. If you have symmetry turned on, it will do symmetry on the other side. So let's go ahead and hit keep creases. Let's go 0.5. There we go. Cool. Turn solo off. Let's turn dynamic on. And let's actually increase the thickness until they plop out. Just right where we want it. We're actually going to go pretty thick on this too. So let's go 0.25. There we go. And then we can take this guy and we can actually kind of push it back. So it looks like it's conforming to what we need. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna come here. Let's actually solo this out. Gonna hit apply. And then I'm actually going to touch those bands here. There we go. Delete hidden, close holes. So that way it's solid. And now I don't have to worry about keeping any negative space hidden. Hey, Abolish, how you doing? Yep. Oh, check this out. Let me save this real quick. I am almost done. I got a test print. I'm gonna test print Chun-Li versus Vega. So here is here's the Chun-Li versus Vega and all the pieces. Look at this. So many pieces. And I love it. Actually, here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back color. There we go. I want to kind of show that off a little bit. And let's hit print screen real fast. I want to be able to tweet all the pieces that are there. Let's go. Let's hit save. Desktop. Vega versus Chun-Li. Breakdown. Boop. There we go. But yeah, here's all the pieces. Really excited about it. There's about 18 pieces in total, but it'll be about a foot tall. So there's a lot of pieces to print, but it's going to be really worth it because it's seamless. And the other thing I did too is I made a decision that I did not want to, I didn't want to key the bookshelf, and I didn't want to key the, lithophane. I'm leaving these two undisturbed so people can place them however they want. Ooh, awesome, thanks. Yeah, so many pieces, yeah. But I thought, you know what? Let's leave the bookshelf and let's leave this alone. So people can literally like create their own scenes. Even with just those 2 items, I feel like, oh, you could put that bookshelf sideways. You could put it tilted up. You can have his like hanging on his feet. Like, I figure you could do anything with that. And I thought that'd be kind of cool. And also too, the lithophane is such a neat little like hidden gem that it would be cool to be able to pick it up and hold it up to the light and see the image if it prints well. So I thought, you know what, that's going to be kind of fun. So these are the only 2 pieces that are not keyed. Everything else is keyed to fit. Even, I think I might have given it a little bit of a generous cut too on some of these. But like I said here, like his legs are welded to this base here, which makes it solid. So as long as this piece is relatively solid, you should be okay. All the weight of it should still work. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I thought, you know what, let's not key a couple pieces. Welcome back. So yeah, I thought that'd be kind of cool. All right. What we're gonna do here as well is let's actually bring this down on this hand a little bit. Just kind of attach these two just a bit. Also, to inspire that bead drill, it's looking really, really cool. Dude, I have done a new render of music cover drops in Discord. Will you give some feedback on it? Love to hear from you. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh, cool. Abstract render made using Dragon's album cover. First off, beautiful choice. You know, I think there is a way to do... Wait, I think there is a way to see if something will fall over in 3D Builder. Really? Interesting. I would love to hear more about that, because I am kind of guessing here. This is really cool. I'm going to tell you right now, I love this. I love the abstract feel. I love the composition, because you're really stretching that rule of thirds here. The very first thing on my eyes are drawn to is this right here, but because it's reflected, it automatically brings my eye down, and then I see the man that's standing there, and then so I get the straight down. I get the desire to look straight down, which is cool. So I like scan the photo, and then I get to kind of like quickly peek around, but then I feel like I'm just going back up and down. So I'm scanning the photo in an up and down motion, and that's pretty cool because you're playing really hard with the rule of thirds, with it being really bright up here, really dark down here, with an in-between blend of a horizon that disappears. And the color choices are really great. No, I think this is great. This is really just beautiful. I love it. It's a great piece of work. Yeah. I'll look into it more. Yeah, please do. That'd be great. Yeah, he printed better than I thought he would. Yeah, that Bpr, yeah. I'm always impressed with resin printing, you know, because it just constantly is, it's constantly surprising us with our details. But yeah, no, it came out great, man. Keep up the amazing work, Inspire. And seriously, Eblish, that looks amazing. Seriously. I can even see this as being wallpaper. Like, this is great. Yeah. Yeah. I got nothing negative to say about it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do a light relax, maybe? Okay. There we go. Let's come in here real quick. Okay, I'm actually going to take these two pieces and I'm going to merge down on this right here so I can work on this independently of each other. I want a certain feel to it, and so what I'm going to do is actually weld these two pieces together in the back, but then keep that kind of distance in the front. I'm going to see something. Okay, I want to stitch them together. So, let's see here. Let's turn double on. Oh, this is perfect Mortal Kombat music. Thank you very much. Yeah, dude, of course, man. No, it looks great, dude. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and hit dynamic. And let's figure out a thickness for the both of this. I'm thinking we're going to want to go 0.02. And we're just going to end up pushing this back quite a bit. And I'm keeping this part asymmetrical, because now I need to see like how thick everything's going to be. It's the same thing here, 0.02. Kind of just work on embedding this. There we go. Now we're getting all that nice layered effect. And then here we're going to do the same thing, 0.02. And make it just thick enough so that they can rest on each other, but then also get welded together very nicely when we need to, but still giving us that good depth. But yeah, right there. We're also going to give him a nice tapered waist. Yeah. Bpr was a lot of fun. I ended up tossing the reference and just did what I wanted to. Nice. But I'm tempted to let my patrons list what Pokemon they want, and I'll work on them when I get art block. Yeah, that's a good idea. They're easy enough, but still fun to make. Yeah, they really are. I'm telling you right now, you're probably gonna get a couple Mewtwo requests out the gate. Like, that would be definitely one I would want to do. Or a Charizard. Charizard would be pretty sick too. Who did it? Oh, yeah. There was a course I got a little while ago, like a year or so ago. No, a little longer than that. I think it was like a couple years ago, but it was a Flalygon course. And he went over how he made a Charizard for 3D printing and stuff. And it was pretty cool. I liked it. It wasn't a bad course. Recommended, for sure. All right, there we go. Yeah, cool. That's looking pretty good. Rapidash. Rapidash? Yeah, you have that one? Nice. Yeah, it's a good course. He did a good job with it. Rapidash! Yeah, Rapidash is a great Pokemon. You'll probably also get, like, starter Pokemons. Oh, that's what... Okay, that's an idea. What you could do... Sorry, now I'm thinking, what's up, Dr. Isle? What you could do is, you could tell your Patreons, pick a first evolution. The very first, you know, pick the base model of the character that they really, really want, and you put those up for a vote. You look at a list of Pokemon that you would love to do, and then you do their evolutions. And then you would say, okay, here's... You can make it like a journey. Oh my god, dude, you could... So you could make it like the Pokemon game where you start off, right, with, you know, where they have a chance to get Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur, right? And then you can do like, you know, even put Pikachu if you want in there. But then what you could do is then, like, when they vote on the one that they want, and then when it comes up next, you do the series of their evolution. So then let's say they pick Bulbasaur, for example, then you know the next Pokemon you do after that is the evolution. Was it Ivysaur? And then you do after that, which is Venusaur. So, just a thought. Did I have my breakfast? Yes, I did. I ate so much food. Because today's my workout day, so I ate a lot of food today. Ate an omelet, my protein shake, coffee, water. Yeah, Pokemon. Best Pokemon Rapidash only. Yeah, I didn't watch it all, but it was like the first thing I bought when learning Zbrush. But didn't have the skills to pull it off. Yeah, I didn't watch it all either. I skimmed through, like I watched the first 2 videos, and then I just made my own thing. Because he explains a lot in the first few videos. But the thing I wanted was feedback, and so, yeah, that's when I went to the 3D character workshop. So yeah, I haven't finished it either. That would be fun, right? Yeah. So you could kind of do like a voting game of Pokemon. That would be fun. Is he a character from Mortal Kombat? The one I'm sculpting? Yes. I am sculpting Sub-Zero Classic form. But I'm going to, here in a minute, before I start detailing him, I'm going to save him out as a base form for Scorpion as well. Because I think I want to do both. And Scorpion and Sub-Zero look a lot alike except for the colors. And here in a minute I'm going to apply the colors. But I just want to kind of prep the rest of it real quick just before I get too far into it. But yeah. This is what we're doing. And he's going to be a standalone collectible. I'm not going to be making a scene or anything on this one. Those are my really big projects. For this, we're just going to do the one. And I already know how I want to pose him, so we'll end up having to make a skull and a spinal cord for him. It's going to be cool. But I saw the Mortal Kombat movie trailer that came out, and I'm really excited about it. So I was like, I have to sculpt a Mortal Kombat character. Just have to. Yeah, classic M look. Yeah, exactly. Classic MK look. Yeah, I am not caught up with the current run of Mortal Kombat. I was more of a fan of the classics. And not because I don't dislike Mortal Kombat. I just didn't follow it as closely as like let's say I followed Street Fighter a lot closer. But I always loved and appreciated what Mortal Kombat was. So, yeah, it's kind of my take on the classic look, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, which I'm pretty much almost done with the block out. I mean, I am, so we can even make a reptile at some point too. Is today a short stream? Yeah, today is a short stream for sure. Yep. Yeah, I think this week I'm going to keep it short. Because been feeling a little tired and a little burnt out. Just in general, nothing too crazy. So I think Friday will be a short stream as well. Depends on how I feel. But yesterday, after things kind of... Like, I left the stream and then the Zbrush announcement didn't go through. I just sat there and relaxed. Yeah, Pixel's supposed to be at 2 again, Slow B. Tekken is also good. I never got into Tekken. I'm gonna be honest. I saw Tekken and went to Soul Calibur instead. I was also a big fan of Bloody Roar, if you guys remember that one. That was a hidden gem. Yeah, the Zbrush thing killed your mojo. Yeah. Yeah, I was really excited for it, but I guess they had technical issues. They announced. So, it's okay. No big deal. I knew a lot of Tekken fans. I just personally never got into it. That's a lot of things for me, actually. Where I'm like, Mortal Kombat was awesome because I could play it on my Sega Genesis at home. Let's give him a little bit bigger arms. But when I was going to the arcades regularly, it was all about Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If that's not a throwback for anybody. Alright, his level is a little small, so we need to kind of fix that for a second. There we go. We need to give him kind of a little bit better, beefier arms here. Do I like history? Yes, I do like history, but please don't quiz me. Yeah, but I find history very fascinating because there's a lot to learn from our history, for everybody's history. Actually, I was watching a documentary not too long ago about how the Japanese teach World War II, and that was fascinating to me because they kind of just gloss over the war, which I found to be very interesting. So I like history. I also like knowing how people teach it. Which do I like, Marvel or DC Comics? Okay. I am more of a fan to Marvel than DC because I feel like DC characters are not as relatable to me, but I love Batman. Love Batman. I think Batman is one of my favorite characters, hands down. Superman's okay. My problem with Superman is that he's so godlike that it's like, and they revamped him a bunch of times, that it was just hard for me to keep up with the character. And I didn't really feel for the character, because anytime he felt weak, they just added another son or something. So, but I didn't follow closely. But I was more into Spider-Man, Carnage, Venom, X-Men. So definitely pushed more towards the Marvel side of things. They were just, in my opinion, they were a lot more fun to draw, too. Because I used to draw a lot as a kid. So, seeing what Todd McFarlane would do with his Spider-Man, which was the Spider-Man I fell in love with, it was just more interesting. So, but a close personal friend of mine, we went to school together. We still, from time to time, would... before the pandemic, we'd hang out. But he was always a big DC fan, and so we'd actually talk back and forth. And while I appreciated a lot of the characters, I just didn't really feel for a lot of the characters. So DC didn't resonate with me as much as as much as Marvel did. There we go. Let's kind of push that up a little bit more. And same here, too. But to be honest, anime won overall. If you gave me a choice between DC, Marvel, or anime won hands down every time. It was just way more interesting. What do you guys prefer? You guys on the... You guys had to pick one, Marvel versus or DC. Okay, the thickness, we're gonna increase that thickness a bit more. It's just a bit lacking. Push that in, there we go. Yeah, there we go, okay. I think that's good enough. I'm now kind of noodling a little bit on everything. So I think what we're gonna end up doing now is we're gonna go ahead and get this saved out. Just gonna add an additional loop right here. Oh, here we go. That's the problem. All right, let's go auto groups and let's go mirror and weld so we can do this to the same side. We're gonna go ahead and kind of copy this. Bloop. Yeah, I love the codependent relationship between Batman and Joker. It feels so real. Yes, that's what I really love about. That's what I really love about Batman. You know, everything that was done with the character, the animated series did it justice. That relationship is probably by far the most important relationship in the entire series. So yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, they need each other, and I do appreciate that. I think that's so cool. It's also just interesting. It's a scary codependency. Oh, is Stream Raiders ready? Is that... Okay. 1 second. Let me get this pushed in there. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead and save this out as the main block out. And then what we'll do is I'll actually create I'll actually end up keeping this as a base mesh for a classic form of Scorpion and possibly a classic form of Reptile. So let's do that. Do I know any preppers? Like Doomsday preppers? Are you serious? Doomsday preppers? Is that what we're talking about? No, well, okay, actually, kind of, yeah. I mean, I know some people who are crazy, like, who like, go down that rabbit hole, but we're just fascinated by the whole thing, and, hey, thank you so much, Zillion. But no, not really. I know people who have that, like, tendency to do it, but not super crazy. SR? Naughty Minds, what's happening? SR? Sure, what you're asking. This is, I think MK. Just fascinated by the whole thing. Like, I just read a great story, and it's so funny. Oh, interesting. Your grandma bought food from Jim Barker. Yeah. Alright. We got Naughty Minds and Witch Cat. There you guys go. She did, yeah. That's the person who makes the most fun of, yeah. Lots of... Yeah. He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. Have you seen a YouTube video where they make fun of his wife? No, I haven't. Alright, there you go. All of his wives look the same. That's probably why you got confused. Yeah, wives. More than one. Yeah. This keeps getting... Yeah, look it up. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to go back. Okay, and we're actually going to call this MK characters. Now, I'm not going to be jumping to do Scorpion right away. But I'm going to go ahead and make this a Scorpion statue. And then we're going to actually call this Scorpion Blockout. This way I don't have to redo it every single time. And then we'll come back, we'll go to Sub-Zero, and now we're going to save this. Oops, save as, no. Let's go back, save this as Sub-Zero, Blockout number 1. And now we're going to start going into the details. So we're going to go to... we'll call this color detailing. I like this. I've started naming not just like 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. I started naming what each revision of my Z tool actually does, and I'm finding that to be more helpful. Sometimes you push it too far, but you save that another Z tool, then you're opening all these different Z tools to try to figure out where it was. And so I feel like it's kind of cool to kind of go back and just make your own thing. Not simultaneous. Simultaneous wise. It's definitely a check your brain at the door kind of movement. It really is. Like kids unplug the internet? No! Alright. So let's just start coloring. So let's go ahead and let's get some color on this bad boy. Alright, let's hit the paintbrush. Let's go to color, fill object, color, fill object. This way we kind of just start really visualizing what it is that we're able to see. These as well, color, fill object. Alright. And let's see here. Black is his next color, but we're not going full. We're not going to go full black on that. We're going to go kind of a cooler gray. Let's use skin shade to kind of see what we're picking. Let's go fill object. Okay, for the mask, we'll leave the mask alone for now. His mask should be blue. His pants will also be black. There we go. Same with his boots. There's even a show! What? Yeah, not surprised, right? Okay, switch color. This will just be all of our base colors. Let's see here. Actually, let's come back here. Is everything we need it to be black? Black? No, okay, so it's right here, color, fill object, fill object. Okay. Let's get a skin tone happening. Ooh, that's actually like right on the money, the skin tone. That's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and fill color. Now on some of these stripes, we might go a little lighter. Let's get a little bit of brown in there. It's too much darkness. Maybe a little darker than that, though. There we go. Trying to think of the colors that would actually be in. Let's go color fill. Go his head. Let's go ahead and grab that color. Beautiful. Yeah, all right. So now we can go ahead and save this out as a base color. Now we can start kind of going through and finalizing what we want the cloth to be and start detailing that up. Just making sure everything else here. All right. Let's start with his cloth here. Actually thinking, what am I thinking, Lincoln? I'm thinking 0.0. Actually, you know what? Let's escape that. Let's turn off dynamic. We're gonna solo this. We're actually gonna go ahead and go to stroke, curves, and we're actually gonna frame the border. Bloop. And then let's take a curved brush. Like curved tubes. Do I want curved tubes? Yeah, let's take curved tubes. Bloop. There we go. Something like that, which will create a nice little border, although the color we don't want. There we go. Let's actually make it smaller. There we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and mask split. So splits, unmasked. The model's looking nice. Thank you so much, Turbo. Yeah, but they know we hang out. We all hang out after work. Yeah. Actually, as long as it warms up a bit more, we'll take them outside to play on the swing. Yeah. Yeah, you know, yeah, kids get cooped up too, you know? I think that's the thing, you know, that a lot of people aren't talking about. You know, kids just, they get cooped up and that's okay. Let's touch that. There we go. Yeah, my son actually expressed not too long ago that he was feeling really just cooped up and like he was losing his mind. And I told him, I said, I completely understand. So hang in there, buddy. It's gonna be okay. But yeah, it was an interesting thing to try to explain to him that it happens to us all. Swings are awesome. They are. I jump on the swings when I would take my kids to the park. Okay, let's actually go, yeah, let's go back to 0.01. And then let's come down here. Let's actually add dynamic thickness to that. There we go. But let's actually tone that down. Let's go 0.005. Get a little smaller. Let's push that in. Yeah, I built them a swing set because the park is an option right now. No, absolutely, yep. Same. Yeah. I've taken them to the park during COVID, like when there's nobody else at the park. But still, like, then you just bring sanitizer. Tell them to don't touch or lick anything. Although, you know, I have to tell my 9-year-old that, not my 13-year-old. Glad I don't have to tell my 13-year-old, don't put that in your mouth. Yeah, just, yeah, you know. Okay, let's turn off dynamic. There we go. Let's go to stroke, and let's also do the same thing here. Go to curve. Really drop that down. Go touch that there. And let's go ahead and do split on mast. So that, and then let's go ahead and hit auto groups. Sometimes it doubles up for some reason. It's because I have double on, that's why. Not for some reason. There's an obvious reason. 0.015, there you go. Try to get that the same thickness. 0.01. Yeah. Actually, let's put this in the middle. Let's kind of shrink that down like such. Kind of put that up a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do is just copy that. Scale that down a little bit. No sense in reinventing the wheel every time. We're going to be doing some stitching, and that might be kind of cool to get a good border first. Okay, let's also smooth that, like do a little relaxed smooth, just lightly. .015. There we go. That's better. Is a tree swing situation or a fancy park style swing set? Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, what's funny is actually there's actually a swing on this walk that I do. There's actually this there's like a tree swing with they used a like a shipping pallet as what their kids could sit on, which I found that to be an interesting choice of something to sit on. I could just imagine all the splinters and crap. There we go. There we go, yeah. There we go. I want to turn on render, preview AO, and I want to do it at 25%. Just feel like it makes your model look just that much better. Just to look at. Alright, let's go ahead and flatten that up a little bit. Cool. Alright, nice. And real quick, okay, good. Just making sure I close those off. There we go. Little details. Little details. Okay. We're going to go ahead now, and we're going to hit apply on pretty much most of this. Apply. Yep, hit apply. We'll leave the shin guards alone for now. Yeah, hit apply, that's fine. Yeah. Start applying all the dynamic thickness just so that now we have geometry to work with. Not on the shin guards or the arm guards, but on the bands. Yeah, we'll do that on the bands. Go ahead, apply. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to select that inside. I'm going to go ahead and hit delete hidden and then close holes. That way that's nice and solid. We don't have to worry about anything in particular. This actually already has subdivisions on it. Very cool. Okay, for the mask. Let's actually go up to 0.01. Make that a bit thicker, because we're going to be doing some sculpting on that. So let's hit apply. Skin tone. Even just the basic skin tone. Cool. Hit apply. Just going to bring that up. There we go. Okay, for this guy right here, let's actually delete higher. Let's solo this out. We have all these creased edges. Let's go ahead, keep creases, 0.5. And I also want to keep groups. Let's back that up. There we go. That way the geometry is a lot lower. And then let's go ahead and grab that color. Hey, what's going on? I need to sleep. It's a fancy park style swing. Nice. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you doing? Right now we're just getting Getting all this situated. Doing well, man. How about you? Lucky kids, yeah. There's 2 normal swings, 1 round swing, and a clubhouse with a slide. Woohoo! Yeah, the only thing I didn't do was add rubber mulch because I was going to. It was going to cost so much. Yeah, yeah. That's also too. I mean, you know, I'm not like kids can get hurt. Like it's okay. You know, they can play with like a little bit of bruising. It's good for them. That whole like when I was a kid, there was rocks in my front yard. Nice, watch some Hunter x Hunter. Nice, man, nice, cool. Starting to get into some fun little details with Sub-Zero. Just doing some fun stuff. Gonna be sculpting his head here in a second, a little bit more. I think that's actually what we're gonna tweak next before we get into the cloth. Let's go ahead and save. When I was a kid, we didn't have a front yard. Exactly. Exactly right. That's a lie. We lived in a house for Well, I figured it much. That's why I gave you that voice. When I was a kid, I didn't have anything. Alright. It's time to give this guy a face. Oh, do I have 2 faces in here? I do. Oh, that's why. Okay, well, that makes sense all of a sudden. So we're just gonna delete that face. I'm like, there's something fishy going on here. Something fishy. Then move back into apartments. Kids these days and their swing sets. Sub-Zero has 2 faces, duh. Yeah, of course. Alright, you know what we're gonna need to do is get an eyeball in here. And in order to do that, we need to delete tire. These eyes need to be this like kind of light bluish white. I'm saying it now, saying it loud, saying it proud. Oh my gosh. I just had brain freeze on what brush I should have. There we go. Okay. Actually, let's back it up for a second. Boop. There we go. Sometimes Control Z is your friend. Okay. Let's kind of go ahead and get the eyeballs in there a little bit. I'm going to put them in the back of his head. Now we're going to go ahead and start manipulating it the rest of the way. They look great like that. They do look great like that. There we go. That's it. Done. Donezo, guys. Ah, Sub-Zero. Actually, those look pretty sick. They look weird in a good way. Creepy like that. They look creepy like that. Alright, let's go ahead and give him what he needs. May actually have to push them back a little further. They're a little too surface right now. Yeah, actually I haven't sculpted eyes like this in a while. Usually I kind of do like a little block out, but I thought we'd just kind of carve it in. See what we get. I'm gonna need more resolution. I can guarantee it right now. Yeah. So let's up that resolution a bit. There we go. I'll just kind of work it a little bit. Let's work it, girl, work it. Now create like a little pocket right back there. Kind of get that wraparound effect. There we go. Get a little bit more of a forehead. Get a plane shape going here. So I'm gonna take the pinch brush. Need to kind of get that side plane working here. Kind of push that in. Clay build-up time. Light smooth. There we go. And let's go with the lower. Oops, paintbrush. There we go. It's really just trying to get that wrap around. There we go. Yay, there. Yeah, that's looking pretty cool. Scope and subdivision again. We're only at... we're almost at 1 million. You started printing Chung-Li yet? Not yet, Slow B. Did you see the breakdown, though? I just finished cutting it up. Actually, I literally just finished cutting it up yesterday because I had all that time to myself. So I just ended up finishing it. So if you didn't, I have it prepped. I can show you right now. All right. Let's also get kind of that little. There's a little tear duct, you know, like right in here, like right in there. There's a little spot. Take clay buildup. Ooh, back that up. I'll have to fix that geometry a little bit, but let's actually just go like such. But I have Chung-Li and Vega getting close to ready. Just got to test it. And then I'll be on my Patreon. That'll be on Patreon. So anybody who wants to download the STLs will be able to. Yeah, awesome. Okay, 1 second. There we go. Perfect. All right. Check this out. Ooh, look at that cool blue. All right, so here is... I'll do a thing where I like render it out real quick. You can get it all in the same color. Actually, that looked kind of gross. Okay, let's just stamp that. Here's the explosion. 18 pieces. Yeah, 18 pieces, and that's what we have so far. Looks like there's an update for Stream Raiders, guys. Let me post that real quick. Updates. There's like... This is the second update today. There was one this morning. But yeah, here it is. And yeah, it's all decimated. So it's all ready to go. And if everything goes right, it'll lock right in. And what I'm going to do too, I mentioned it earlier, but this one in particular, I hollowed it in Zbrush, making the head the heaviest piece with a long key and making her legs hollow. So that's already lightweight on its own. So that way, and then the rest of this, what I'm going to do with her body, it was hard to hollow it in Zbrush and get good results. So I'm just going to export this out to Proof Slicer. I'm going to hollow it in there just to get a more consistent result. And then I'll export that STL out. And then that's the one I would release to make sure that it is as light as possible. And then I'm going to advise everybody who prints it that this center piece, like this piece is heavy. These pieces as well, like maybe like this back one should be heavier than this front one. But either way, like I think I'm going to recommend like, maybe I'll hollow this, but not this. Maybe have the weight here and still can hollow this. But either way, it's like, I'm going to have to make sure that I set it up correctly. But it should stand, even if you print it all solid. Should. So yeah. It's a little bit of work, but you know. Do you worry about printer size when you're cutting it up? I do, actually. That's one of my big thoughts. And I have a smaller printer myself. I have the Epax X1 regular edition, which is basically the same size as a generic Elgumars or Anycubic. So I'm always trying to fit that size, and that way pretty much anybody who's anybody can print one for themselves. All right, let's do Stream Raiders. Here we go. But yeah, I'm constantly thinking about the size of the printer, because you got to make sure it fits. Because you don't want to slice something and then realize it doesn't work. That would suck. Which, talked to me a year or two ago, I wasn't as self-conscious about the printer because I just scaled everything a bunch. Which, I've learned my lesson. A year later, I learned my lesson, and here we are now. Alright, come on, get it. There it is! Yay! Alright. And card A, there you go. Alright, oh. You guys want to go mystery, or do you want to go a 3-star with a silver loyalty? So mystery one or loyalty? You guys tell me. Mystery? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Okay. Mystery! Perfect, let's do it. Alright. Because it's a mystery, I'm going to just put my big boy right up there. Yeah, put my big boy right there. There's just... Whoops, not right one. Mainstream? Nope, Stream Raiders. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Start tweaking the look of his eyes. Let's get it more of that almond shape that we need. There we go. And remember, the top eyelid overlaps the bottom eyelid, so we got to make sure that we do that like such, or it's just not going to look right. Let's get some of those fierce eyes. And I think actually I want to even push his, I want to push this further. There we go. Let's get that nose in there. Really pinch that nose. Even though we're not sculpting his whole face, we really got to make sure we get the parts that are visible correct. And because his face is in a mask, got to make sure we get a little bit of that squish action with the mask against his face. So we'll kind of pinch that right back in there. Should be good. Yeah, let's actually take the clip curve. Don't want to clip that like such. There we go. Okay, let's take the clay. Let's actually take clay tubes. Drop that down a little bit. Kind of build up his brow area. And let's take smooth stronger. So let's go up to brush, smooth, which is over here somewhere. There it is, and smooth stronger. That way we can get a better smooth function on a higher subdivision without having to divide anything. Let's get this little bit of an overlap right here. I'll take our trim dynamic and kind of clean that up a bit. Getting a good plane change right here. There we go. No, whoops, hitting all sorts of buttons today. Oh boy, let's push that in a bit more. There we go. That's looking better. Do the same thing. Let's get that kind of a plane change happening. Like such. Kind of smooth this down a little bit too. It's a little sharp. And then we're gonna have to figure out what kind of filigree we want on his mask. But it's gonna be cool. Keep doing that. I keep hitting that one. I don't want to edit it either. There we go. Oh, that's already looking pretty cool. Let's get in and fix his eyes the rest of the way. And then, yeah. I think too, this hood is just a little too tall, so we need to actually bring that in. We need to bring this closer. Let's turn the color off for just a second so we can kind of see a little bit more. Like that. And actually, I kind of want to cap this a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take the inside and we're going to delete that. Delete hidden. We're going to close holes. It's going to give us something like this. I'm going to push that in on the inside. But that's going to really fill those gaps a little bit. So then if I come out a little bit and create a little bit of spacing, actually, let's see here. Let's try this other approach. Yeah, let's scale that in. Let's just do that instead. And then maybe bring it down a little bit. There we go. That's a better job. That way I can get a little bit more thickness in areas that I want and still kind of trapping his head in there a little bit. So I still want that thickness. There we go. There we go. Save that. Okay. Let's go ahead and start tweaking this part the rest of the way. Let's bring this part down. Okay, cool. So we can see his, if you look at behind at a 3/4 view, you can actually see his eye. That's what we're going for. It's a big tell. If you have the head and eye socket shaped right. Cool. Let's give him a little bit more of a defined nose. go. /3. Let's get those cheeks puffed up. There we go, yeah. His eyes might be a little too big, actually, so we're going to scale those down a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab right here. Sew this out. Really soften this up. Because these are more realistic characters, we definitely want to hit that realism as best we can. And people usually have pretty small eyes. There we go. There we go. Just like such. Kind of flatten that out a little bit. Make that look a little nice. There we go. Just kind of push that back. Now let's grab the pinch brush and let's pinch. Like such. There we go. Nice little overlap. Pinch brush. Let's actually take the inflate and kind of bring these together. Then we can just kind of straighten that out a little bit. So there's that overlap, but it's not impeding on anything. I'm going to take the /3 brush. A little bit sharper. Start creating those like little crow's feet. It's cool because we can go pretty rugged with him. Since he's a superhuman fighter. He's seen a couple days. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay. Okay, son. My son wants waffles. Kid knows what he wants. How can you deny your son waffles? Can't do it. Okay. Let's look at it from out here, because we can nitpick and tweak that all day long. But quite frankly, no point in doing that. So push it down a little bit more. There we go. Okay. There we go. Get a nice cleaner look there. So I'm looking at his uniform. Kind of just realizing that I want it to be a little bit more closer to his neck. Let's bring this over. There we go. Very cool. All right, since we're defining his body a little bit, let's define his because we don't have a whole lot of time. We got like another hour. Let's actually just define some of his muscles. Let's get that looking really toned and nice. And then from there, we'll save the clothing for last. But I'm really happy with how this is coming along already. This is pretty cool. I think I want to do some, you know what? Let's do something. Let's go to XMD, because I think I have a fur brush in here. If it's not in here, that's pen fur. No, okay, it's not in here. It is, let's load a brush. And I think I have it under purchase brushes. Hair brushes. Nope, not that one. No one's stylized. I think it's hair strands, hair drag. Ooh, what's quick eyebrows? I got stuff. Let's see here. There we go. Yep, perfect. Nope, I had it the right way. Okay, great. Let's actually do some color, and let's give him darker hair. Let's go, because he's Sub-Zero. Does that work? Yes, that works, but however, oh, let's go back here. Let's go a little bit bigger. It's too big. Too big. know what we need to do? We need to go faint. No, let's try intense. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. I don't mind it, actually. It's gonna do a light, like, there we go. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll just do a little bit of a guiding. A little bit of a guideline right here, just to kind of exacerbate where that's at. And then let's actually grab the move brush and we'll raise his eyebrows a little bit. There we go. Take the clay buildup, nice soft, very light. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I think that's looking a lot better. Go up in subdivision just a little bit more so we can start actually hitting these details a bit. Just a bit harder. Let's go ahead and smooth without any color. Kind of blend that line in. There we go. I'm going for a more furrowed look. Like he's angry. There we go. Okay, and with his eyes, here's a cool thing. I want to try this effect real quick. So in the movie, he has pupils, but they're like, you know, this baby blue and he's a white face and stuff like that. But what I was thinking was something a little different. Something a little bit more cloudy like that. A little bit creepier, I think, too. Okay. Just going to apply. We need to do this paint job right. We actually need to like bump it up quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our paintbrush. We're actually going to add a color spray. And let's do a bit of a texture. Ooh, that might be kind of cool. Okay, we're gonna switch color. I'm gonna go kind of white. Actually, for this, let's do a darker blue first. And what we're gonna do is actually take the circle. Something like that. So he's kind of staring at us. We're really gonna make that just blue, you know? And we're gonna go ahead and smooth that color. So now we have that as the base. Then I'm actually gonna, let's try this. It didn't work last time. I don't know why the paintbrush didn't work last time. I don't want that in there, Sub-Zero statue. But let's try to add layers. Try a new layer. Okay, that does work this time. Yeah, that does work. Awesome. And go ahead and take white. I'm gonna tone down the color a lot. Turn off lazy mouse. I'm gonna kind of gloss over this area quite a bit. What's cool is we are definitely able to get a good effect. Wait. Okay, I actually don't know what that word means. Amnigary? Amnigary? What is that? What does that mean? Yep, nope. You're gonna have to. I don't know. You stumped me. Although that wasn't very hard to do, is it? Mistyped angry on porpoise. Oh, okay. He's angry. Gotcha. Yep, of course. He needs to be. Sub-Zero. Okay, we're actually going to go ahead and call this white. So let's rename this white layer. Wow. I also misspelled porpoise on porpoise. Yeah, that I caught. That I definitely caught. Okay, let's do a second layer. And this time what we're going to do is actually go a little bit more... I think we want to go a little bit more white on the outskirts. It's like a froth, but then we do want to kind of bring back some of that blue. You are triggering my inner crimer Nazi. Yeah, well, for me, I was like, what is happening here? Okay. That's good. Let's call that frost white. And then when we get back, we're going to go ahead and start adding in some like blue veins and a little bit of red on the outside too. Also, as I'm staring at this part right here, I'm like realizing just how torn that kind of is. It's a little much. There we go. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, Let's go to Stream Raiders. Let's do it. Let's save real quick too. Using layers is a lot of fun. I've been trying to do it more often because you can play around a lot better. All right, Stream Raiders. I'm also gonna pick a new playlist, I think. And Credit Mike is killing people. Like, heavy. Nice. All right. All right. Ninar. Carne. Conveyor. Yeah. All right. Flag bearer scrolls. And... yeah. Cool. All right. Let's go up. Let's do it. Start battle. Are layers okay for poly paint yet? I was told once not to use it for poly paint, and I was like, why? Yeah. I don't 100% know. It seems to be okay. I had issues in the past with it, but it seems to be working right now. So we'll find out. Okay. It's definitely like when I have polypaint turned on and I touch it in layers, it's saying to turn off mRGB draw mode or activate color layer recording mode and try again. So, okay, yeah, fine. I think it might be a little bit finicky. But that's what I'm actually trying to discover right now. I haven't used them enough. Okay, let's actually... but see here, I'm trying to... can really kind of adjust a little bit of the different layers. So I need to create a new layer. Let's put that up there. So let's create a new one. I think the thing is you're going to have to... if it works, you're going to have to bake it in order to get it to really work. Once you get it the way you like it, that's my recommendation. Like here, it's a little heavy on the vein side. Maybe not. We'll push it a little hard, then we'll tone it down. And then we'll stop the recording, and then we'll actually tone that down a bit. Yeah, bacon. Yep. I hope so. Can't seem to figure out how to utilize layers for other things other than detail sculpting. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend. There were issues baking textures from polypaint on layers in the past. I'm not sure if it was ever fixed. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, we'll find out. Oops. Alright. We shall play around and find out. Let's actually come here real quick. I'll close that down just a little bit. Yeah, there were, let's see, the most useful thing I found to do with layers is play with facial expressions. Yes. Yep. The other useful thing used to do a lot, and I still do it from time to time. If I really want, this scowl's not really. If I really want certain details to pop, I will gladly utilize layers to then do a reverse smooth trick. Saw flip normals do it and a few other, but basically, if you don't know, you add a new layer and you smooth it down like a lot, right? Really smooth. Then when you're done, reverse it and it really crunches all those details. So you can really like make things pop if you wanted to. And that helps for 3D printing stuff. But That's normally the only thing I've ever done with it. But now I'm trying to do a little bit more. There we go. Even planning on trying to do it with texturing and stuff. So for his eyes, for example, that way we kind of get that little bit of a blue frost, but he still looks like he has pupils. Call this, let's rename this veins. Yeah, it's a pretty cool trick. Let's pop those veins up a little bit. And then what we're gonna do is add another layer. And we're gonna go back to kind of get that final frost. Glaze over it a little bit. That way there's depth. Then let's stop that. All that more frost. I do kind of want that. Oh, come on, rename. More frost. There we go. And then let's do one more time. This time a little bit more white. Whoa. Not quite sure what just happened there. Did you guys see that? Whoa. That's weird. I broke it. All right, let's just go back and reload. I broke it, guys! I'm quite sure what happened. I hit a bunch of buttons and there we go. It's a blizzard! It's a... yeah. Alright. Yeah, let's go back. Alright, where do we at? Where do we leave off? Layers. Okay. Time to add the veins. Have to re-add the veins. That's okay. Not the end of the world. I don't know what the hell happened. That was weird. Kind of cool though. All right, let's stop that. Let's rename that veins. Let's tone that down a little bit. Let's add a new one. There we go. Call that veins loop. Let's add a new one. Let's go back to white. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. There. Just give it a little bit of depth. Is this based off of the first Sub-Zero from MK1 or bits and pieces from all the games? No, this is based off of the first one. Yeah. First or second one. This is definitely more towards the classic. I am not officially caught up 100% with the, kind of want a cloudy brush. I'm not caught up with some of the other stuff with it, so this was kind of more of like my hot take on the classic a bit. It's just overall just fun, yeah. I know there's also like a crazy like story arc in the first one that he's involved in. And then they took his character in a different direction at some point. I kind of went through like the history of Sub-Zero yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Alright, final, last one. There we go. I think now if we go ahead and actually take a material like toy plastic, fill object. No, I didn't mean RGB. There we go. I meant just material. Oh, okay. Oh, it's still recording. Whoopsies. Okay. Let's go ahead and save it real quick. Yeah, okay. He's now voiced by Steve Blum, aka Spike from Cowboy Bebop. Nice! Very cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and bake all. So now his eyes are what we want. And now we can go ahead and fill that object with the material. So at least we get that a kind of glossy look now. We'll call this color detailing part 2. Hey! How'd the commission turn out? Commission turned out really good, Sculpt Kid. They liked it. They're doing their thing with it. There might be more. Who knows? But yeah. I did my part. Got paid. Life is good. I'm also almost done with the yep, Chun-Li versus Vega. Just gotta test it now, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, let's start working on some of this muscle detail. Let's up the resolution a bit. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead up the resolution a little bit, and let's go and store a morph target. Yeah, how are you doing, Sculpt Kid? I saw you were streaming the other day, man. How's that going? There we go. We're gonna get him Kylo Ren shredded right now. There we go. You're tired AF? Yeah. I feel you, dude. What were you working on? Was that a commission or just your own custom design? It looked pretty cool. It has that cool factor. That's always fun. Yeah, babies will do that for sure. Go ahead and get that bicep cut. Luckily, we don't have to detail too much. Just enough. This part that kind of comes in here a little bit. Yep. There we go. Yep, 100% nice. Ooh, deep internet, be right back. No problem. My sister has a 4-year-old, 2.5, and a 1-year-old. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with this playlist. I'm not even gonna try to finish it. I feel like we've been on the same song for a while. Here, let's do EDM. And she forkin' works 4 days a week. Yeah. So crazy. There we go. You just like saying forkin'. That's a big banging note. That's a popin' note. That's the popin' note, as they say. Alright, the other thing too with Triceps, which is kind of cool, and it's more of a recent discovery I've noticed, but there's kind of a flat spot right here. There's like almost a plane change right here. And that's kind of interesting. So kind of hit that up just a little bit. Not too crazy. You love being the auntie, hell yeah. That's always the fun part. Being able to just walk away. There we go. Okay, and I'm gonna want his forearm's gonna be just a little bit bigger. Not Popeye style, but you know. I like this bit right here, and then his arms out here kind of cuts in a little bit. There we go. Wait, what? Wait, you don't have children? No, I have children. Just saying, it's nice when you have, saying, when you, it's nice being like an auntie or an uncle, because you don't have to worry about, you know, you don't have to worry about them all the time. When you have them, you just get to enjoy their company, and then you get to ditch them. That's always the cool part. Then you don't have to worry about the rest. I got 2 kids, man. I told you that. Yeah, I love them. Some days, man. Some days. You're just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. Little bicep separation right there, because he's just so shredded. I give them back when their diapers are... Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I just said yeah. Yeah, you go. I said yeah, girl. Speaking of kids, one's doing PE at the moment. Okay, let's go clay buildup. Really soft and really just like light. So we can kind of just put a little bit of that skin. Flappy on some spots. Not flappy, but you know, skin blend. They let not dudes do it. Wait, what's this new buff dudes thing you're doing? Oh my gosh. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, amigo? How you doing? This new buff dude things I'm doing is awesome. It is so much fun. Okay, hold on. I am doing their superhero workout plan, which is a 5x5, so 5 sets with 5 reps. It's typically what a 5x5 is, with a few isolation groups thrown in there. I've been into fitness for the last couple of years, but I've also been distracted, so I've been like half a toe in, half a toe out. But I'm really serious about it now, especially more than anything. Quarantine has been really crazy. That being said, I'm always a very, like, I need to have fun with it, you know? It needs to happen. And so, you guys have to check these guys out. These guys are like born in the 80s, love anthems, but they do great workout stuff. Here, I'll come back real quick. They have great workout routines. They're serious bodybuilders, but they're also into fitness. BUFF stands for Better Understanding of Food and Fitness, which is really cool. So they're super goofy, but they're a lot of fun, super knowledgeable. They do a lot of weird challenges and stuff, but if you go through their playlist, they have full workout playlist, as basic as, like, you know, body workouts to full weight workouts. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to get better, bigger, happier. So, yeah. And they're awesome. Also, too, here, I'll show you their playlist. I have their playlist on Spotify. Look at this. Just songs of, like, Danger Zone, Mighty Wings, No Easy Way Out, Hearts on Fire, Come On Mean Man by Wasp, Kings of Metal, I Surrender. Like, this is my playlist. So it's great. Yep. Yeah, it's super great. In fact, here, I'm going to share it. I'm going to copy the link. Copy link playlist, although you find it real quick, but there you go. So yeah, I just, they're awesome dudes. They're like, I want to be their friends. Like, like, you know what I mean? They're just good people. They just seem like really good people. And so, and it's it's also just motivating, which is so nice. Yeah, it's just fun. So, yep. Yeah. Today we're back at it again. That's right. Yep. More workouts and stuff today. I'm excited. Yeah. But like I said, they're just, it's just fun and it's cool and it's... So basically bought a new bench to be able to work out a bit more and to get back into the shape I want to get into. Actually, not get back into it. Get into the shape I've always wanted to get into. And, you know, don't take no for an answer. That's where I'm at. And I found something that's super awesome and motivating. So yeah, they're just cool peeps. Yeah. I asked my trainer if we could do more deadlifting and heavy weights, but she's like, yes, but we have to take it easy because of the concussion. Oh yeah. So I've been to the gym once in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, take it easy with a concussion, but, you know, if you want to get into heavy weights, yeah, take it easy. Make sure, you know, make sure you're taking your time, but You know, there is this misconception that, you know, heavy lifting is bad. It's not. It's great. So yeah, but you know, make sure you're capable, of course. That's the best thing. But yeah, you'll love them. Check them out. They're fun. Yeah, it's super cool. And I bought, they have a website where they sell like their plans and stuff. So yeah, I bought their plan, their superhero plan, but they have all sorts of other stuff too, which is cool. Yeah. And it's neat because even though they're goofy as shit, they know what they're talking about. That's the most important part, right? Like, they know what they're talking about, and, you know, but they don't take themselves too seriously, which is really awesome. Because I don't need serious right now. I've had too much of that in my life. I just need fun. Does that go? Yeah, there we go. Let's take the /3 brush. Yeah, I like goofy, hate serious. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's where I'm at. There's no point in being serious all the time. Yeah, every once in a while you gotta be. When you gotta be serious, be serious. But you know, when it comes to like fun, you know, fitness and stuff. Yeah, why be serious? Go. Yeah, here we go. Light smooth right there. Nee. There we go. Okay, let's actually go ahead and pump this up a little bit right here. There we go. What's cool actually is all the studying of anatomy that I've done is actually helping me in my workouts too. So that's pretty cool. Like, it's helping me at least recognize some of the where the proper muscle groups are. That's been really cool. Okay, to change the subject. Why is Colonel Sanders in Stream Raiders? I have no idea. That buff dude could easily replace Chris Hemsworth. Dude, seriously, right? That guy, so Hudson is the blonde and Brandon is the brunette guy. He looks a lot like David Harper. Like, to the T, looks like David Harper. It's crazy. David Harper was ripped. That was what he would look like. Yeah. I was just thinking that. Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome, actually. Isn't that crazy? It's super crazy. There we go. Get those obliques in there. Again, more than friends. Yep. They're just awesome peeps. Actually, it's crazy because I was taking a look at Rafael Grossetti's portfolio, and he's done a few bodybuilder likenesses, and I've been wanting to do a few likenesses like that. And if I were to pull inspiration, that'd be worth giving a likeness sculpt, because the guy Brandon used to be a bodybuilder for reals, not just into fitness, which is always kind of cool. You gotta like the likeness you're gonna try. Speaking of which, let's tuck this in a little bit. There we go. Get him a little bit more lat muscle. Yeah. Shoot, I have a meeting. Sorry, I gotta go. No worries. We're gonna be taking off in a little bit, but lurk away. Hey, what's up, Crypt? How you doing? How goes it? Are we ready for a battle? Is that what's happening? Okay. This will be our last battle, because we're actually going to be taking off here in a little bit. Just because I got stuff to do. But this has been fun detailing this guy up. So give me 1 second, we'll do that battle. Kind of just redefining some of these muscles here. I actually feel like the elbow's a little wrong, so we have to correct that. Great, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. No complaints whatsoever. Good. This is going to be a short streaming week where I'm only streaming a couple hours. I'm a little tired. You know? Like, just hit a little wall. And so I kind of just want to... Yeah, let's tone that down a little bit. I think that's a little bit more accurate. But yeah, outside of that, I'm doing well. No real complaints. Okay. Yeah, do you use ZRemesher for retopology? I use ZRemesher to retopologize if I don't need to make anything for animation. Typically, you want to... Not typically. If you're going to have something animated, manually retopology is the only way to go. But I'll use ZRemesher to get it as close as possible. Most of the stuff I make is for statue or toys. Pardon me. So I don't need to always manually retopologize. But yeah, if you end up using retopology, or if you end up using ZRemesher for retopology, more likely you'll get yelled at by the department. So manual all the way if I have to. But like I said, I don't usually make things for animation or games, so I don't have to worry about it myself. But sometimes I will retopologize if I want it really clean and I want to control the loops myself. I will go in and manually do it, because it's just easier sometimes than trying to get Zbrush to, quote, do what you want to do. Because I'll be honest, it doesn't always do what you want to do. It kind of does its own thing. Yeah, we're going to be bouncing here in just a second. So hopefully that answered your question. Just kind of fixing a few things, then we're going to do the last Stream Raiders. But kind of get this nice sweeping motion with the tricep, bicep. Like I said, you got this flat spot back here. The tricep is the biggest part of the arm, so trying to make sure that that stays nice and intact the way we want it to, without making them super ripped. We're just going for highly capable and athletic. And right now, yeah, it's already well on its way. All right, let's go ahead and hit Stream Raiders up real quick, and then I'm gonna have to get ready to wrap it up. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. But hopefully, Crypta answer your question, and if you have a follow up, let me know. Literally just splashed coffee on my glasses. There we go. Come on, get it. Let's make sure something real quick. All right. There we go, there we go, come on. There we go, easy, right? Yeah. All right. Guys, so we have Ninar and J Crew. All right, guys. All right, you know, we're going to set up the boss, but we're not going to stick around for it, but I promise, I will push it. I will hit that button for you guys. So, but load up your boss, and then I'll make sure to pop that when we get there. All right. All right, let me look at this real quick. And let's actually just set up a really fun little render real quick, just to... Just gonna take that color. Let's hit our paintbrush. Oops, not that one. Let's hit RGB, full color. Boom, there we go. Yeah. But I'm new. Normally I use Dynamesh to take up or down the resolution and make the model clean and to keep efficiency for a faster computer. Interesting. Yeah, that's a okay, so you normally use Dynamesh to take it down resolution, then make the model clean. Then to make the model clean and keep it efficient. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But like I was saying, if you are working for a game studio, or you're working for VFX, or you're working for any studio that is going to want it animated, ZRemesher won't work for you. They just won't accept that. They want very specific things. But for working on what you do, like normally I'll do the same process. I'll Dynamesh something, get it as close to what I want, and then I'll remesh it to then get close to the geometry I want. But if it doesn't work for me, then I'll turn around and manually retopologize it. Because my computer, although it's a really good machine, yeah, you know, sometimes I've worked with bad computers where it takes a lot. So ZRemesher is good. But I'm just saying, for professional use, don't hold on to that pipeline. If you want to work in games or any type of animation, then get used to manual. So, but nothing's wrong with that pipeline, especially with sculpting and just having fun and stuff like that. Like I said, I do very similar as well. This was Dynameshed and then ended up Z-remeshing it and then creating a decent base mesh to work off of. But just remember that Dynamesh doesn't hold on to resolution as clean as subdivisions. So you definitely want to get used to subdividing to get a better, cleaner, better resolution and a cleaner model at the end of the day. Although Dynamesh and then projecting onto subdivide gets you there really fast, which is another fun method that I've used a lot in the past. But yeah, that all makes sense. So, anyway, guys, okay, let's actually set up a fun little render real quick. Just to update our progress, I'm going to turn on perspective. When I do perspective mode, just go to draw, we'll hit 110. Okay, no problem. All right, there we go. There we go, perfect. Okay, and we're just gonna do something kind of fun. Nothing too crazy. Go ahead and we'll take our lights and we'll set it over there. And we'll put one light source there. And then push this in the back. I like to push this kind of high. We'll come up like right about here. Say 0.85. Then this light source in the front, we're actually gonna kind of have this down a little bit. Actually, no, let's kick this one up here like this, but we'll make this a little soft. We'll make this like a 0.5. Get a little bit of blue coming from underneath. Say 0.3. Let's render that, see what we get. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a little too cool, so we'll lighten that up a little bit, and then we'll do one more light source. We're going to push that in the back, and what we'll do is we'll actually make this red. So we get a little bit of warmth in there, nothing too crazy. It is a highlight, so we could probably even pump that higher. There we go. And then we're going to go to render. Let's pop this over. I like to do this thing where we go 0.65 at 0.85. That'll give us some softer shadows. Maybe, let's try 0.65 at angle 24. There you go. A little bit of a nice soft fall off, nothing too crazy. We'll drop the intensity of our preview occlusion to 15. And then I really like, for showcasing models, I really like to do this thing where it's this new filter. Bpr filters. Let's go up to noise. Let's go up to overlay. This radial overlay just looks cool to me. Kind of gives you like a little bit of a museum feel. Open that radius up. There we go. And then I like to add a little bit of sharpness. And Orton's pretty cool. We'll go opacity of 75. There we go. And now we just have like a nice little slight, little bit of warmth, just nice little thing. And that'll be good to go. I gave you my sharpener yesterday, son. Give me a second. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna render this turntable, but guys, thank you so much. And I will talk to all of you later. I'll be putting this up on Twitter. Join me on Friday. That's where we're going to be doing it. But I will be in the chat on the Pixelogic live stream coming up. So, yay. But I need to take off, guys. Anyway, that is it. And I'll chat at you later. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's always fun. All right, guys.